EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. So this was the scene a moment ago. The Cardinals emerging from their tunnel, and we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with the Cleveland Browns. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Ready, blue way. Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Now the third leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Check 15, check 30.
Jameis to throw it. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
58, come on. You
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. A 4th-round pick in 2018, Chase Edmonds with a carry. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. Last year as a rookie, Edmonds got more action than most people anticipated as David Johnson's backup. 80 touches, 60 of them on the ground, 20 through the air. 4th-round pick in 2018 out of Fordham, who had a whopping 5,800 rushing yards during his college career. They think his future's bright in Arizona. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, here's Murray. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They'll run on 1st down. Edmonds. And he's got this down to the 35. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A first carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Set, ready. Turn, not scared.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end.
On 2nd down, this is Edmonds. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down.
Pick it up.
Mike 51. Mike 51. Hey, let's go. Let's go.
Go. You got deep. Go. Mike 51.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And he's got Fitzgerald. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
We got to step it up.
On 1st down, Edmonds. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
2nd down, Murray sets to throw. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Used to have a coach used to tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
51's the mic.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
To throw on 3rd down. Murray toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Greedy Williams, the rookie out of LSU, there to knock it away.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, it kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Hassan Reddick in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Hatchet. Hatchet.
Now Winston. He finds his target, Beckham. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball, outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 50-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
We want it. Come to my world. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Bang, 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 bang. Alert flat, alert flat.
Here we go, even.
Check it out. Flip it, flip it, flip it.
Let's go.
On the carry, it's Chubb. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 7 yards there and a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Ready? White 25. Hey, stop. Let's go.
Jump.
Come on. Sunday. Let's go.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On third down, Winston. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field, and unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And they're not going to get the snap off. This might back him out of field goal range. That's going to set him back 5 yards. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Gets it away, and I don't think Peterson will get a chance to touch this one. Angling for the sideline.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
I got you, son. I got you, son.
On the carry, it's Edmonds. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the two tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
Murray now on first down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll be third down.
Hey, hold on.
57. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip.
66. Go to half.
Let's 57's mine.
From the gun on third down, Murray. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. Nice pass that time by the number 1 pick, Kyler Murray. Also drafted 9th in the Major League Baseball draft. He's the only person ever to be taken top 10 in both sports. Go back to his Allen High School days in Texas. He was 42-0 as a starting quarterback. Freshman year, he was at Texas A&M. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Following the interception, Winston. And an alley to run. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. He is tough to bring down, Jameis Winston. Yeah, Charles, I remember calling a baseball game of his. He played baseball at Florida State, too, and you saw his legs, tree trunks sprayed in to those baseball pants. I said, how could anybody bring this guy down?
And that's part of the beauty of his game because he has that toughness, that thick body. He may not beat you sprinting, but he's real sharp with his mind, and he knows how to get away from people.
Ready. Back, 45, behind.
Mike 58, right there. You better be afraid of me.
On second and 11 now. Winston. And unsuccessful there, trying to dump it underneath. That'll bring up third down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Working out of the gun, Winston. And this is going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't he?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Here we go.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 2nd and 5 now. Murray, the pass complete to Hakeem Butler. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. On 2nd and 9, Murray. He finds Hopkins complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
That's another Cardinals first down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Murray now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Open man is Kirk, complete. Sharp there with his feet, gets him a little extra space, and then drop just inside the 20. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Throwing again on 2nd down. Murray, and they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They fake the handoff, now Murray. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alert.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. Open man completes it to Butler. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. Shotgun now from Murray. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Hakeem Butler in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cardinals push further out in front. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
This will be taken very short. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet, trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line. Murray now to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Greedy Williams, the rookie from LSU. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time, because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. In on the tackle, Devondre Campbell, Falcons' leading tackler in 2018.
At the 40-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing, Winston. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. They go play action. Winston. He's going to let it go deep for the... And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Check the backer, check the backer.
It'll be Edmonds to begin the drive. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Another carry now for Edmonds. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Play action. Now it's Murray. It's complete. It's Fitzgerald. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Get ready. Switch. Switch. 22, check, forward. 22, check, forward.
Murray again, 2nd and 10. It's complete to Hopkins. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards the pickup there. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Brings up 3rd down.
That's what I do. 51's the mic. 51's the mic. It's been a long day for you.
3rd and 2, and here's Murray. That's going to be caught by Kirk. Man, this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So 3 field goals that he's hit. Now this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been threes.
The Browns drive about to get started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Call that a very strong gain of 24. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
And again, it's Chubb. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Browns on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. Jameis to throw it. He finds Beckham complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down. Jameis now on first down. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. Jameis now hitting on 2/3 of his passes. 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Austin Hooper, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Check 13. Check. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 30.
They'll give it to Chubb. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, Winston. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that will get him one closer. 16. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback, because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. And they'll get him down here at the 23. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On 2nd down, Edmonds takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Here's Winston. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of 2. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
On 2nd down, Winston again. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Chandler Jones has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Winston. It's caught by OBJ. 14 yards, but they're still... Put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
A 51-yard attempt.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And with that, they have taken the lead by a point here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Let me know what you got. What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? What? Give me something. Here we go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big-time play there by the Cardinals. And even 50 yards.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Exactly 50 yards on that last play as they just go from 125 to the other for 1st and 10. Murray now. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. After the sack here, 2nd and 11. A big spot now for the rookie Murray. Here's Edmonds. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd down, Murray. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Oh, no, he lost the football. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something, double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball, so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
Let's go. First and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on 1st down. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And he stopped immediately there. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
At the 20-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Winston here to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
5 on the 50. 5
Winston to throw. It's caught. Beckham. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Now it's Peterson. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time,
they practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Well, we know that Murray can run the football. He rushed for 1,000 yards during his final year at Oklahoma, better than 7 yards per carry. And Cliff Kingsbury says, I trust him running the football. This is a guy that has known his quarterback since 2012 when Murray was a sophomore in high school. Kingsbury was in the OC at Texas A&M. He would go on to take the Texas Tech job, but the two maintained a great relationship. Both are from Texas, both quarterbacks, and both with fathers heavily involved in their football careers. With Cliff Kingsbury, he trusts his quarterback implicitly. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Edmonds. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Just like that.
Again, they run with Edmonds. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow. How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown, as it'll remain a 5-point ball game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down. One last shot now for Winston. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Arizona, it's just their third win on the campaign as they move to 3-11 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Browns,